And now it is my pleasure to welcome our superintendent, Ms. Mary Beth Freeman, to the podium. Ms. Freeman has been the Delaware Area Career Center superintendent for the past 9 years. She's received her Bachelor of Science in Secondary Math Education from the Wright State University and received her Master's in Education Administration from the University of Dayton. Ms. Freeman is someone who is willing to support innovative projects, keep student interests at the heart of education, and promote labs that will deliver student skills as well as student success. Please welcome with me Ms. Freeman, who will now share some remarks for our graduates.
Thank you, Mrs. Lucas. Mrs. Lucas recognized many people who are part of the student success and those behind the scenes to make this evening's event successful. I would like to echo her gratitude, but I would also like to take this time to thank you, Mrs. Lucas, for all of your work and the work of your team and the time you spent planning for tonight's event. Thank you. Seniors, on behalf of the Board of Education and myself, I'd like to say to you, congratulations, class of 2017. The journey that brought you here tonight did not begin at DACC. It began at home with those who love you, many of whom are with you tonight. It began with friends and other influential people who've inspired and supported you along the way. It has also influenced you in what's happened in our world. But your actual formal education began in 2004-2005, and life was a little different then. In fact, when you began kindergarten, the Boston Red Sox won the World Series for the first time since 1918, breaking the curse of the Bambino. The blockbuster franchise dominated the box office. Netflix had not yet introduced streaming services, and YouTube was born. As you leave the labs and the hallways of DACC, this is by no means the end of your educational journey. But it's a good time to think back to the early days and some of the most important lessons that you have learned over the years. There's a book called All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten by Robert Foggo. And it's true. Some of the most important lessons that we carry with us today, we learned in kindergarten. Those lessons include share everything, play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up your own mess. Am I sounding like your parents? Don't take things that aren't yours. Say sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat. Live a balanced life. And when you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. Now is the time that many of you are going to be leaving home. You may be headed to college, to the military, or right into the workforce. And now is the time when it really feels like you're going to enter that real world that you've been hearing about for so long. So I encourage you now, more than ever, to watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. As you take this next step into adulthood, be prepared though, life didn't go to kindergarten. And life will not always follow the rules. Life is not always fair. There will be times when you share everything, but others won't share with you. You may clean up your own mess, and then find yourself cleaning up somebody else's mess as well. You may play fair, but the rules of the game change. What matters most in these moments is not what life throws at you, but it's how you choose to respond to life when it is not fair. So again, I say, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. Just this year, Nick, Bryce, and Bryce, 3 students in our app development program, competed in Skills USA competition. As you know, when you're preparing for the CTSO competitions, you begin early in the school year in that process. These students began the year by researching the rules. The rules said a team could consist of 2 to 4 members. So the 3 students spent weeks developing an absolutely awesome app. Included 20 to 30 minutes of gameplay, and they also prepared the required flash drive and resume to go with it. Shortly before the actual competition, the team learned that the rules were changed, and only 2 team members were permitted to present. They were also told they could compete with 3, but they would be disqualified. The team decided they worked as a team of 3, and they would stand as a team of 3, knowing they would not win, nor would they have any opportunity to advance to nationals. So watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. As many parents and guests here tonight already know, sometimes the most difficult advice to take is our own. This year has been an exceptionally difficult one for DACC. In November of 2015, DACC passed a renewal levy by an overwhelming margin. Due to an honest human error at the Board of Elections, we were unable to collect the funds from that levy. We now find ourselves in a position of returning to the ballot. So in our funding situation, we followed the rules. We played fair. We didn't take anything that wasn't ours. But life didn't go to kindergarten. Life doesn't always follow the rules, and life is not always fair. So now DACC is fixing a mistake that we did not make. So just like the story of our app development students, our staff has grown stronger for this struggle. Our commitment to you, our students, and our community has never wavered. As a district, we have chosen to watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. I do have one last example demonstrating that life probably is not fair. This is the only class in my 9 years at DACC that did not have a snow day their senior year. Watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. So besides that additional learning that you gain from not having any snow days, there are many reasons to be proud of the class of 2017. You have worked hard to earn your place at local, regional, state, and national competitions. You have earned credentials, academic achievements, and early job placements. You have given up your time and energy through numerous community service projects, including blood drives, canned food drives, and working at local events for veterans. This class, I understand, has earned over $900,000 in academic scholarships. So sometimes, through sheer perseverance, life's challenges can be the hardest fought battles and our unsung victories. I am proud of Nick, Bryce, and Bryce who chose to stick together even though they knew they could not win their competition. I'm proud of our staff and their dedication to our students and our mission through these unprecedented hurdles. I'm proud of each of you for the obstacles that you have overcome to this point and the obstacles that you will overcome in your future. Each obstacle will make you stronger, wiser, and better prepared for what comes next. So Delaware Area Career Center, class of 2017, when you leave here tonight, ready to face whatever's ahead of you, I hope that you are proud of yourself. You have earned the right to walk across this stage, and you have worked hard to prepare yourself for your future. So in everything you do, go back to those lessons we learned in kindergarten. Share everything, play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up your own mess, don't take things that aren't yours. Say sorry when you hurt somebody, wash your hands before you eat, live a balanced life, And when you go out into the world with me, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. On behalf of the Board of Education, myself, congratulations, seniors.